What's up, movie fans, and welcome back to David Lee Movie Vlog, where tonight I'm talking about the fucking Oscars and their major fuck up. I cannot believe what a fuck up this film could have become. It was so freaking great just to see this man explain himself about how bad he fucked up. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, what I'm going to do here tonight is I'm just going to go through the winners, the losers, and my thoughts on the Oscars as a whole. It was a great freaking show. Jimmy Kimmel, he kicked ass in his role. He really took charge of that room, and he didn't try so hard that it made you go, "Oh my God, just stop. This is not working." No, he brought his own flavor in there, and I thought, for a show that could be very dull, he made it quite literally interesting. And also, the winners made it even more interesting because, like, for me, I had what? Let's see. I had 13 out of 24. So, a lot of the winners, I was like, holy shit, they won. Even the one that was the biggest fuck up of the whole entire night belongs to DC with their Suicide Squad winning for makeup and hairstyle. I was like, no way, Suicide Squad's gonna win this. No fucking way. And what did they do? They go out, and they fucking do it. It's like Warner Brothers can put this on their hat, being like, "Hey, Marvel, we got an Oscar." Now, I don't know if Marvel has an Oscar. I bet they do, especially for some of their films with their visual styles. But just to say that in 2017. It's so funny to say it, that DC and Warner Brothers has an Oscar-winning film. Maybe for makeup and hairstyle, but don't knock them for that. They've won a freaking Oscar. So let's go over Best Picture. Now, the whole entire fiasco. La La Land is said, and then it's found out that the guy who was presenting for Best Picture, oh my God, he has the Emma Stone for La La Land win, and he doesn't have the Best Picture. And so, I just love the way he's just looking. He's like, what the fuck am I doing? It's just so great. Just to see him. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, what am I doing? And he explains himself. And I'm so glad he did. And it was just like, someone's losing their job tonight. But to hear that Moonlight won it. So for me, that was the one that I wanted to win. Now, if I had to put money on things, I would have put it on La La Land. And I did love it. So La La Land wins. And I go on to their website, and on there it says big old, La La Land wins. And then it's like, hold on a second. Nope, actually Moonlight. And I love what the producers of La La Land did. Is that they took control. And they said, they show the card, and they're like, the winner is Moonlight. I jumped for joy. I mean, that was such a great moment. And my favorite moment of them all is that having Barry Jenkins, who I didn't really know much going into the year. I didn't know anything about him. Nothing. And then this film, Moonlight, comes out, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome. But the moment that I really loved Barry Jenkins was when I was watching the Criterion channel. They had this little segment. It's like actors and directors go in, and they go into the Criterion closet. And you see Barry Jenkins in there, and he's like a kid in the candy store. And at that very moment, I was like, I love this guy, and I want him to win a freaking Oscar. Now, of course, he doesn't win for directing. That went to Chazelle. And, I mean, yes, Chazelle, he did a fantastic job with La La Land. I was like, Barry Jenkins, he's my guy. I really want him to go out and win. Just win, baby, just win. Of course, he doesn't. Sadly to say, he doesn't. Man, what a freaking great Oscars this year. Like, really, really good. Now, the one that I had money on was Denzel Washington. going and winning for best actor. Because I was like, all right, here we have a man who is directing and acting in the same film. Now, his performance in here demands so much out of him. I could not imagine going in and doing a scene, going back and trying to hold all that energy and go and look at the directing, seeing how the shot was and everything, and then going back to do a scene. Like, it just blew my mind. I was like, how did he do that? But Casey Affleck, who has been the one that everyone's been saying, hey, he's going to win. Yes, he has some drama that has been talked about, and I don't want to get into it. But that everyone's saying Casey Affleck's going to win, but then it just seemed like, no, maybe Ryan Gosling's going to take it. Then it felt like that Denzel had this in the bag. Sadly, he didn't. Now, the one that, like, personally, like, if Viggo Mortensen would have won, I would have been jumping up for joy. Actress in a lead role goes to Emma Stone. She did an absolutely kick-ass job. Like, she and Ryan Gosling, yes, without them, the film would not have worked. But she, I thought, was a step above Ryan Gosling. Just a little bit. But the one that I really wanted to win, like, again, I would just jump up for joy. Do a Scott's Mance. Like, oh, yeah! Is Ruth Negga. I mean, her role in Loving was so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And I would absolutely love to see her win. Meryl Streep is Meryl Streep. And I loved how everyone has such mad respect for her. It's just absolutely beautiful. Actor in supporting role, that was the easiest one of the night to go other than Jungle Book winning for Best CGI. But Mahershala Ali, his performance in Moonlight, he's only in the first segment of the film. Very short screen time. But you feel his presence missed when he's not on screen. But you feel his presence, like, throughout the whole entire film. Like, the man that we're following throughout the film, he would not have became that man if it wasn't for Mahershala Ali's character coming into his life. It was absolutely amazing. Now, I did hear that Dev Patel was the dark horse to come in here and take this whole entire thing, which sadly I haven't seen Lion yet. I know it's in my theaters, and it's like, I gotta go and see it sometime. But I heard that he was the dark horse to take it, and Michael Shannon, I love that he just got an Oscar nomination for this role. I mean, Nocturnal Animals was my third favorite film of the whole entire year. I mean, his performance in there, just him, he has the guy on the wall, and he has his gun, and he's just the menace that he has in that film is just so fucking scary. So fucking scary. And then we have supporting actress, and Viola Davis took the show. She literally, like, when she was up on stage giving that speech, it was so breathtaking, and she was so beautiful up there, so magnificent. And you really felt, you're like, this is the girl that should have won. Now, my thing is, Viola Davis and her part in Fences, her and Denzel Washington were co-pilots. They both were the main focal point. You couldn't have one without the other. And they both had a major role to play. Where I don't feel like she should have been supporting. I think she could have easily won in the main actress category. But she went into supporting on her own choice. And she beat out Michelle Williams and Naomi Harris. Now, these are the two that I thought, if there's one that's going to take out Viola Davis, it's these two. And Michelle Williams, oh my God. I just recently went and watched Manchester by the Sea. And the scene where her and Casey Affleck are side by side. And she's talking about her heartbreak and how she hates how she's seen, how everything has affected Casey Affleck's character. And I watched it the first time. I just was sobbing at that scene. And going into a second time a couple months out from seeing the first time, I knew that scene was coming. And it got me again. I just started crying, just started seeing a new thing. Just the heartache and the way that the scene is done. It's just gorgeous. And I thought at that very moment that we now see who's going to be taking home that golden statue. And Naomi Harris's character in Moonlight is so raw that I was like, she can easily take it. But Viola Davis goes for the win. Oh man, she just did a great job in Fences. And I thought that they were going to show the scene where she's just crying and the slobber's coming down her face. And I was like, oh, that's the scene that they're going to use. But I like the scene that they used otherwise. And it showed power in her character and not just like that Oscar moment where she's just crying away, which that's what I thought they were going to use. But they didn't. And she, in her speech, was flawless. I think she was the winner of that whole entire night. And then we have Zootopia in there, who I really wanted Kubo on the Two Strings or Moana. I never saw the Red Turtle or My Life as a Zucchini, but Kubo on the Two Strings, I really wanted to win. But on my Oscar pool, I go and put Zootopia. I was like, Zootopia has so much to say about society. It's going to win. And it did. I mean, it wasn't really a big shock. Now, cinematography. This is the one that's... I was like... There was no shot in silence that was bad. Or mediocre. Or just good. They were all excellent. Like, every shot was flawless. And I thought to myself, this movie is going to go in the Oscars and just dominate. Nope, it only got one Oscar nomination, and that was for cinematography. So I was like, please give Silence the win. Now, I love Moonlight, I love La La Land, I love Arrival. I haven't seen Lion King yet, but those were like, this was like the one that is like, I don't know where it's going to go. Because everyone's pointing to La La Land's going to sweep the Oscars, and I thought Silence was going to be the one that's going to stop that. Nope, it didn't, sadly. But La La Land took it. It was a beautiful film, and just that scene where that guy jumps from the roof and goes into the water, it is absolutely beautiful. Like, there's no bad film in this category that you said, I would trade this film in for something else. Unless that film is Neon Demon. That would have took Lion out of there and put Neon Demon, because that film, oh my god. Costume design, I was really thinking, okay, this is where La La Land's going to go and start getting all the Oscar wins. And then Fantastic Beasts won. And I was like, what? Why? Why is... No. I was told that La La Land is going to go and win all the Oscars. Like, everyone's saying, all the Oscars are going to go to La La Land. That's when I knew that things were not going to go the way that I thought they were. And then you had Damien Chazelle winning for directing. Now, the one film that I thought that was going to be the Academy saying, welcome back, is to Mel Gibson. And I thought that this was going to be the category that he could have been the dark horse to win it. And, you know, the film, Hacksaw Ridge, won a couple Oscars. But I thought that this was going to be the one that, if there was a dark horse, and it wasn't Barry Jenkins and Damien Chazelle, because either one of those two could have easily won it. But I was like, oh, I wonder if the Academy will vote for Mel Gibson. No. But Damien Chazelle, the youngest Academy Award winner for directors. You directed the shit out of this film. I prefer Whiplash. I think Whiplash is a better film all around. To see him get this win, it just felt like this is then the Academy saying, we loved you in Whiplash, now we love you in La La Land, here you go. Here is your Oscar. Documentaries, I was like, oh, okay, I'd never watched any of those. Film editing, now that was surprising. Because I thought, again, La La Land is going to go and get those Oscars. And Hacksaw Ridge goes and takes it. Now, the one biggest thing I remember about Hacksaw Ridge, besides all the great action scenes, was the scene where Dawes is going and there's great big explosion all around him, and he's going into this foxhole, and there's a guy there that looks dead, and then all of a sudden the camera just pans really close, and that guy jumps out at you like in an Evil Dead film, and it was just so like, oh my god. But thinking about it, Hacksaw Ridge deserved this win. And at this point, I knew that this year's Oscars were not fucking around when it comes to who they're giving giving the trophies to. And then we already talked about like Suicide Squad. Suicide freaking Squad. Why would you give them the Oscar? I mean, anybody else besides Suicide Squad? Oh, hey, there's Meryl Streep, just pedaling along and getting all those Oscar nominations. I really want Star Trek Beyond to win in this category. Because if you look at it, you're like, oh my god, it should win. Some of those alien designs were so fucking cool. Like that girl that has the head, that she has like those little tentacles that come out that they were holding. One of the secret devices that the enemy wanted, and I was just like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. And now on to the writing and original screenplay and adapted screenplay. Now this is a category that I was like, this is going to tell me if La La Land has a chance at getting at winning Best Picture, was in the original screenplay. And I thought the dark horse to win this whole entire thing for original screenplay was Manchester by the Sea. So I picked Manchester by the Sea, knowing that this was a great chance for this film to be acknowledged, and also for La La Land to get really like just thinking like, if they don't win this, they most likely have a far less chance to win the Best Picture. And Manchester by the Sea went and did it. Now the film that I really wanted to go see win was The Lobster. I mean, The Lobster was so fucking original. Like, everything about that film was original. Just everything. And when you think original screenplay, you think of The Lobster. But Manchester by the Sea takes it. Moonlight goes and takes it for screenplay. And everything feels right in the world. I mean, come on. I'm watching the Oscars, and here it comes. Here's the Best Picture. And it's La La Land. And you're like, okay, I was like almost wondering why the presenter was acting all funny, kind of like really confused. And then when it was said that Moonlight won, it was just like, that just blew me out of the water. Now you do hear the whole entire thing that maybe this was all staged. I don't think so. I mean, just to see the way that presenter was like, oh my god, it was so beautiful to see how two movies could just come together and enjoy life and enjoy the art that they are creating. That's one thing I love about the show. It takes something I love in film and just acknowledges it, but it just, how humble everybody is. My name is David Lee, and if you like what you've seen here, go please subscribe. I have other things where I review films, talk about movie news, and I have a little fun thing that I've been doing is Film School with Filmstruck and Criterion, and where I go and look at old films, foreign films, and just get engrossed into the history of film. So if you want to experience that with me, go hit the subscribe button. And what did you think about the Oscars this year? Go and let me know. I'd love to talk to you. I'll see you guys next time on David Lee Movie Vlog. See ya.